Double Dragon Neon. It's a retelling of the Double Dragon franchise with elements of all of Double Dragon inside. The game starts off in classic Double Dragon style, with Marion getting abducted. There she is, checking her nails, waiting for Billy and Jimmy. But she gets a punch to the gut and carried away. This will be available for Xbox Live and PlayStation Network with local and online play, drop in and drop out. It's 2 players. It's gonna have breakable environments for power-ups, so you can get health bonus there. Every time a new character is introduced, it'll flash on and let them know what's going on. What we added onto Double Dragon is a grab feature, right there. And
so a question, if I can ask you, I'm just going to jump in as well. Phil here from CaptureComputers.com. Now, as you can say, basically we're talking about the grapple feature. Double Dragon pretty much had that in the past. What is there any major differences in the grapple or not? Can you actually, one thing I was actually going to say is with the grapple in the old Double Dragon, you were able to actually grab them, knee them in the head, and then flip them over the shoulder. Is that a possibility in that as well in the new version?
No. In this one, once they're stunned, you could grab them, but you could grab them off the air. And then, like, anyone who's juggled into the air can be tossed back and grabbed. On the 2-player campaign, for example, if someone is actually tossed towards me, I could toss them back. So
you can have what, someone like Billy throwing it to you, and then you Jimmy throwing it the other way.
Yep.
So before you pick it up, what are those batteries on the ground?
The batteries are for your superpowers right there.
All right. So what's a superpower? This is new to Double Dragon. As you can see, that basically Double Dragon was never like that. So what is that move?
We have a fireball attack for the demo.
The fireball.
There'll be other special attacks implemented into the game, and also other weapons.
What's that? What you picked up a hair comb? What's that all about?
It's William's hair pick. So he dropped it, and like right now I can use it as a weapon, and I hit her with it, and now it's stuck on her hair.
Ah, Linda. Yep. Okay. So now Linda's got a new. She's always had the whip, but give us a rundown of how this whip works.
This whip actually has a whole area of effect. That whole area that it's whipping around will hit. It actually even hits her on the ground. So like opponents who are on the ground now can be whipped by the whip. All the items in here break away after a while.
Right. Like that's new. So pretty much after a while the weapons break. Okay, so that's new.
We also have an evade.
How does that work?
Player can duck an attack or roll away from an attack.
Give us an example.
There's a roll.
Yep, there's a roll.
And there's the duck.
Now, does that cost you any moves or special moves or anything like that?
No, actually I gained a bonus. If I evade at a proper time, evade an attack, I'll get a hue over me, which will give me double power for attacking, basically, double damage. I'll be able to do double damage.
All right, so I can see that Billy there is actually doing the jump knee, which is one that's not in the original, but also it's been implemented into the different versions of the game, and also the swing, the sweep. What brought the sweep on?
It's part of the evade system. So when you evade, you can sweep with a punch.
What's with the Double Dragon logo coming up once you do that?
That's actually, I evaded an attack, so I got my bonus for it.
Where does the bonus points go?
No, it's a bonus damage.
A bonus damage. Sorry, what's that? Oh, okay, so moving along to the song there, you got a song that came up.
Those are what's going to unlock your specials. So you won't start with the fireball. You'll get that song, and that will unlock your fireball.
So it's the story with the songs. Like I said, this is totally new. Like for someone who's played Double Dragon since the first one, completely from the first one. What's the story with the songs?
It's an introduction into the 80s throwback. Basically, this is the tape decks are something of the 80s. They totally disappeared, and since Double Dragon is about the 80s, it's a throwback, throwing it back into there.
All right, so with the songs, you actually are using the songs to unlock your powers.
Yes. you'll have powers and stances. And stances will depend on, you'll have an offensive stance, a defensive stance, a special power stance, and so on, and other types.
So is it like you've kind of moved into some sort of RPG feel?
Yes.
Right, and so I've just picked up, as you can see there, Billy was picked up a key, and then unlocked a big treasure chest, and money came out. Now this is totally brand new once again. What's the story with the money here in Double Dragon this time around?
The money is for your special power, like the fireball, for example, will be a level 1. And then you could get a level 2 fireball, which would do more damage, move faster, and also for the stances.
Right, so as you can see here, Abobo's out, the classic Abobo from the past. He's been given a makeover, as you can see right now. All right, yeah, that's what I was waiting for. Does he actually throw you over the shoulder?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, maybe when he decides to do it. He's random, I know. But yeah, I was going to basically say the graphics look very well designed. They look like a cel-shaded type of a quality cartoony feel. What was the what was it like actually getting the developers to kind of come up with a new design, especially for Bobo and Billy?
Well, they came up with it and they showed it to us, and we're like, this is great. We love it. You know, it's all on them.
All right. So the storyline, I don't know, Shay, if you can basically run us through a storyline quickly, if you can, because I know the original Double Dragon had the Black Warriors, and they were, leader of the Black Warriors was Machine Gun Willie. That was his name. Unfortunately, maybe it's totally different now. Could you give us a rundown of, if you can, who is, and if it's possible, is it the Black Warriors, and is Machine Gun Willie still in charge?
No, it's Machine Gun Willie's not in charge. Actually, Skull-Mageddon is in charge.
Stone-Mageddon? Skull-Mageddon.
Yes.
And what happened to Machine Gun Willie?
I have no idea what happened to him.
Is he making an appearance?
At this point, I don't think so right now.
All right. Now, one thing I was going to say as well, it doesn't actually follow the Double Dragon level design. Seems like the designs are completely different, where, of course, it starts off where Billy and Jimmy come out of the garage. Of course, Marion gets kidnapped, and then it looks like it's taken a different route.
Yeah, we're not doing a remake here. We're doing a whole new story.
All right.
We're using elements from previous Double Dragon and the whole franchise in a whole, and we're adding it into it and adding more. We're giving you more than Double Dragon.
All right, so you're bringing in a whole new level of design, and that's probably why Machine Gun Willie's probably not around.
Yes.
Alrighty, so that makes good sense. Now, how many levels do we have?
It's going to have 10 stages, and there's 5 different environments for each stage.
5 different environments for each stage?
Not each stage. There's 5 different environments for the 10 stages. So there's the streets, woods, space, Asian theme that we have.
Alrighty, and that concludes our demo of Double Dragon. Now, give one last thing I was going to ask you. When is it coming out? And of course, I think you might have said it's coming out on Xbox 360 and PlayStation. So when are we looking forward to getting this one out to the public?
It's going to be for the summertime. It's still in development right now, so I know it's going to be released for this summer. So it won't hit the fall market. It'll be summertime.
All right, so there's no dead set time yet. All right. Well, thank you very much for your time. Capture Computers, thank you for watching. Stay tuned. Billy and Jimmy Lee are going to smack you through a wall. Thank you.